everyone, welcome to the midweek edition of News Generation. My name is Ifwa Akwa Harrison. In this episode, we feature young people at Obotre in the eastern region who tap palm wine to make a living. Adult education inside Old Fadama, and how pictures of 30, 100 and 200 cedi notes had Ghanaians confused about whether the Bank of Ghana was going to be releasing new currency. Please stay with us. Do you have a contribution for News Generation? Well, tell us about it on social media. We're on facebook.com/newsgenerationgh. We are also on Twitter at newsgengh. Now to our first story. I have a question. What do you do after closing from school? Do you attend extra classes, fetch water, do your homework, or watch cartoons? Well, Eric Oting reports from Obotre, where some students make palm wine to support their families after school.
Kwame Azadagli has closed from school. This means it is time for him and his brothers to get ready to go to their father's farm. They are skilled palm wine tappers. Kwame sharpens his knife whilst his siblings gather dried palm branches. The dried palm branches will be used to light a fire that will be used to extract the palm wine. After almost 40 minutes of walking, Kwame and his brothers arrive at the farm. There are almost 60 palm trees here. They have been felled purposely for tapping. The boys first inspect the gallons that have been fastened to the stumps of the trees already to see if enough palm sap has stored. After this, Kwame's younger siblings light a fire to burn the cut ends of the palm trees. This will kill any bacteria. It is not an easy task. It is now time for the most important part of the process. Kwame uses his knife to expertly chip off the ends of the makeshift tube. Kwame does this daily to prevent bacteria from competing with yeast.
If we want to extract enough palm wine from the trees, we have to heat them with a fire.
They will then distill the palm wine into the alcoholic spirit, akpetishi. Kwame tells me he learned all his skills from his father. His whole family depends on this small drink process for survival. This is why Kwame continues to break his back, even though the task has had a negative effect on his academic performance.
To be honest, I don't enjoy doing this work. I get very tired easily as a result of my workload. Due to this, my academic performance is greatly affected as I can't concentrate in class.
His performance is very, very low as compared to the average student. Upon investigations and then follow-up to him in his house, it's revealed that he and his other siblings used to help their father to do their palm wine tapping business and distilling of akpetishi. So hardly does he get time to study. So we think that is the main reason why his academic performance is very, very low.
According to his teacher, something can be done about Kwame's situation.
Even if you take him away from the distilling business, it will take a very long time for him to recover because he has been back or he's very far away from his colleagues. So if you want to help him within this short time, you will not be getting results that you need unless you give him medium term to long term plan. If he's taken out of the environment into a new environment and nurtured the way you want him and his other siblings to be, definitely he will be able to make it.
After 3 hours of work on the farm, the brothers are back home to rest. But Kwame has to also help out at home. Kwame's dream is to become a bank manager.
If I learn very hard, I can become a bank manager so that my children won't have to suffer like I'm doing.
That may not happen if he keeps getting bad grades. Kwame's father says he knows the toll Kwame's workload has on his academic performance. But as the eldest boy, Kwame may just have to keep on performing his responsibilities, possibly sacrificing his future for his family's survival.
They are committed to learning one craft or the other, even when their kids are with them in school or a training center. That is how eager some young adults who attend the City of God School are. News Generation's Shay Adam visited the school to tell us what the grown-ups have been studying.
It is Tuesday morning at the City of God School. Some of these young adults have been learning how to sew for the past 3 weeks. And now it is time for them to also try their hands on these machines. They have been learning how to sew various types of garments, even under difficult circumstances.
Your palm slate, your palm shirt, your palm bema trowel, your palm cover. So you must say, yes, mom, dear.
We sew clothing like men's trousers, kaba, among others, but we are facing serious challenges, including learning materials. We are appealing for help from individuals and groups.
And I say, Adrian, you say,
but these trainees are not the only ones here. These young mothers are also here, but into bead craft. The presence of their kids cannot even distract them because they must earn a living.
I want to master the craft so that I can help myself with it. I want to establish something on my own so as to enable me to take care of my children.
Poor drainage system and lack of access routes here are some of the challenges facing the school. But Reverend Father Subhash still wants to help realize the dreams of many here, even though there are no volunteers.
It is our work, and we all have the responsibility, support to grow and help our brothers and sisters. We need many Ghanaian brothers and sisters to support this place as a teachers or nurses or whatever way they can, few 1 or 2 hours a day or whatever time they permit to come. The government or any other private organization to help it to make some system of drainage, so when a train waters go out, so we can walk through, especially students when they want to come to learn in the night.
Now, let's go to what's trending, and we meet Purin the Super Beagle. Purin is a dog that can probably make saves better than most goalkeepers. In this video, Purin shows off her goalkeeping skills.
Purin the pup has charmed the internet with her football skills. But soccer is not Purin's only skill. She can also jump rope. Skateboard. And walk on a ball. This talented dog lives in Japan. And she even has her own Facebook page.
What a talented little pup. Do you have any pets that are that talented? Let us know on our Facebook page, facebook.com/newsgenerationgh. Remember, we are also on Twitter @newsgengh. Now, something else that has been trending in Ghana, pictures of some new cedi notes. Anyway, the Bank of Ghana is not printing new currency. The photos appeared real and got many believing the story behind it. But who produced these pictures and how did they make their way to social media? 24-year-old Hollison Adiku's life may never be the same. Until last weekend, Hollison was just a photographer going about his business. That is until a copy of his work went viral.
It was given to us at school. Our teacher asked us what we think we should do for our understanding, and then we voted. So somebody suggested we do money.
So Hollison, is there a particular reason why you chose to do 30 CDs, 100 CDs, 300 CDs?
Not really, but we were just asked not to do what's already exists, but we can draw inspiration from what already exists. But we shouldn't use the same element.
Hollison's 2011 IPMC school project had Ghanaians asking questions from whether the Bank of Ghana was releasing new notes to comments linking the photographs to party politics. Hollison admits the news scared him a little.
How people were thinking as the presidents trying to do blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I got scared.
But would the Bank of Ghana allow a social media leak if it was really considering the introduction of new currency denominations? I called Public Relations Officer at the bank, A.C. Hammond, to find out the process involved in issuing new currency.
There are a lot of things that we have to do. The stakeholder engagement. You have to let the country know. So definitely the presidency would have to know, Parliament will have to know. We have to engage the media. We probably would send a press release and follow it up with a press conference. We'll issue all educational materials that are necessary. For example, we need to know why we are bringing any denominations out, and then we'll tell you what they look like, color, the security features, and all that. So for a long period, a number of months, would like to engage the public throughout the country to get to understand that this is exactly what the money would look like when it eventually comes out.
The young man in question has been a bit uneasy when he heard about the story. He felt, he could be in a lot of trouble. Why shouldn't he be so worried about that?
I mean, there are students, for example, of web designing, graphic designing, who might want to be designing all manner of things. And that could include somebody testing his or her creativity when it comes to designing the money, for example. That would have been okay. But having Bank of Ghana on it and it coming out the way it did is a source of concern for everybody. This is why the bank always stresses the need to get into understanding what the security features of every note are.
So next time you see a purported new cedi note, please read between the lines. Besides, these pictures have quite a few words that tell the whole story.
For legal tender for the payments of any amount.
Did you also see the pictures of the cedi notes on social media? Let us know on facebook.com/newsgenerationgh. Tell us what you thought about it. And I don't know, did you really think the Bank of Ghana was releasing new notes? Let us know. Like I said, facebook.com/newsgenerationgh and on Twitter @newsgengh. We have some more stories after the break. Welcome back to News Generation with me, Ifwa Akwa Harrison. Let's now take a look at other news stories making headlines in a roundup.
Each student of Tunas SHS in the northern region has been fined 122 Ghana cedis. This follows a riot by the students a few weeks ago. Students damaged some school properties when they were protesting the punishment of one of their female colleagues. A teacher apparently stripped the female students for dressing indecently. The Bank of Ghana says it is not printing new currency notes. This follows a wave of pictures going around social media. A 24-year-old photographer has owned up to the work. Holison Adiku says it was a school project he worked on in 2011. The 2014-2015 Ghana Rugby Club Championship final was decided on last Saturday. The semi-final championship over the weekend pits the Cosmos Buffaloes against Ida Sports RFC on March 21, 2015. Nigeria's military says it has retaken the northeastern town of Bama from the Islamist military group Boko Haram. The group recently swore allegiance to Islamic State's militants based in Syria and Iraq. The violence in Nigeria has killed over 15,000 people since 2012. The First Lady went on the Ellen DeGeneres show to discuss a plan after President Obama finishes his term in office. During the interview, Michelle was invited to dance to pop hit Uptown Funk.
That's it for this edition of News Generation. Recap of the headlines. We told you about young people at Obotre in the eastern region. Yes, Obotre. We go to places with weird names sometimes. So we told you about young people at Obotre in the eastern region who tap palm wine to sell. And we also told you the story about adult education inside Old Fadama, and we also brought you out pictures of some notes purported to be new cedi notes had Ghanaians confused about whether the Bank of Ghana was going to be releasing new currency. So that has been it. That's a kind of day it has been here for us at News Generation. Until next time, enjoy the rest of your day.